Whoa. Here we go. This week has been jam-packed with some of the wildest news stories, and I've been doing this for a while now, and we've been covering the story for a while now. Niger, Africa, the head of the country, the junta, is saying, everyone get out. Mali, Burkina Faso, you guys come in. This is not good. The ambassador of the United States has 48 hours at the time of making this video. I am live right now, and I will be posting this video, just so you guys know. Everyone get out. So let's go ahead, and we're going to sort of do this live, essentially. I was able to cover some of what's happening. But this is pretty epic, to be honest with you. This is not good for ECOWAS and for Africa. I do not support the conflict. I don't think this is a good thing. But it looks like it's about to go down. When you start to kick out major superpowers, especially with the United States, who's really had their back, they never even called it a coup. Not good. Okay. Niger military rulers order France ambassador to leave the country. We'll start with France and then we'll go to the United States. Most people are aware, if you've been following this story, France has not been liked by almost anyone. Okay. Niger's military leadership asked the French ambassador to depart the country, a move further escalating the international crisis in West African nation after a coup that deposed democratically elected president. Niger's military government also authorized troops from neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso to come in on its defense. Now, in this video, we're also going to look at the military strength of Burkina Faso and Mali. And then one thing we have to consider is Wagner going to have the manpower to back these countries as well, just like Russia? Because as we know, the leader of Wagner is not around anymore. Second in charge is not around either. He was just in Africa saying, we're going to bring you guys freedom. This isn't freedom. This is terrible. Okay, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. The French ambassador, Sylvain Ait, was asked to leave Niger within 48 hours in a letter that accused him of ignoring an invitation for a meeting with the foreign ministry. Hey, you didn't read my letter. I'm going to kick you out. Wild. Let me make myself smaller so you guys can see what I'm reading here. Again, we are sort of doing this live, but we are going to bring all the pieces together. The later dated Friday also cited actions of the French government contrary to the interests of Niger is among the reasons for its expulsion. So as we know, Niger, Africa has been dismissing and cannot stand the French. We know this. But the surprising part is the United States has been cool. French foreign minister on Friday night, Niger Pustietz has no authority to ask its ambassador to leave. So now, okay, this is where things get a little sketchy. The French is not acknowledging that the new junta is in charge, so you don't have the power to tell me to leave. Understand this, and this is kind of a little annoying. The French can sort of wash their hands clean of this entire situation, considering they are backing ECOWAS for military intervention. So maybe they know something we don't know. If they're totally comfortable with not leaving a country who can't stand them, they obviously know something we don't know. Somebody said, I'm kind of surprised the French hasn't already surrendered. They don't want to leave. The ambassador's approval comes solely from the legitimate elected Nigerian authorities. Okay. Hey, United States, you have 48 hours to leave too. Surprising. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what's going to happen to the U.S. military in Niger, Africa. I am not about to sit here and start to speculate. Because we have millions upon millions, if not billions of dollars worth of assets in that country. U.S. military personnel, training facilities, UAVs, runways. A lot of equipment out there. You're just going to abandon all of it? Niger gives U.S. ambassador 48 hours to leave the country. Niger has given the U.S. ambassador to the country 48 hours to leave. The new U.S. ambassador to Niger, Kathleen Fitzgibbons, only arrived in the capital earlier this month. Imagine you show up to a country and you get told to leave in 1 month. That's the wildest career ever. That might be the wildest and shortest career as an ambassador I've ever seen. Not that it's her fault. I'm not hating on her, but I'm just saying. It's odd. The United States has been pressing for diplomatic resolution for the crisis that erupted on July 26 when Niger's military officers seized power. Now, I will say this, and I know you guys are going to say I'm biased because I'm from the United States, but if I'm going to be honest, I've always been right down the middle. Compared to the French, the United States has been really staying out of this. Yes, they did withdraw foreign aid, but they didn't withdraw humanitarian aid. They did not want ECOWAS for military intervention. The United States even refused to call it a coup. They did the classic, it looks like a coup, but it's not a coup. So, United States did all they can do, but you got to get out in 48 hours at the time of this live stream and the video. I will be posting this video. Now, this is wild. You have two countries who are allies, the United States and the French, but they have different missions in the country. The French highly rely on the uranium deposits. 50% of its uranium is reliant on Niger, Africa. The United States, they're there to fight a battle with militant groups. So you have two different things going on there. And while we're all here, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I do have a second YouTube channel called The Supply Dude. Go check that out. I'll leave a pinned comment for y'all. I do a lot of other military stuff here. Okay, now again, Niger, Africa says, Mali, come. You said you're going to help us, come help us. But as we know, Mali was highly tied to Wagner. Wagner apparently is still around. We don't know. But let's go ahead and look at the military strength of Mali, and then we're going to look at Burkina Faso and see what we're working with here. Military strength of 2023. Mali is ranked 110 out of 145. Now, again, I've always been pretty critical of these rankings when it comes to the strongest militaries ever, because all of these African nations have 10 times more combat experience than China, yet China is somehow ranked like top 2. When they've never stepped foot on a battlefield since the 50s. Doesn't make sense to me, but whoever makes these charts, whatever. That's just me. One thing I want to see is our manpower. We have a total population of Mali of 20.7. Active personnel, though, 18,000 active personnel. So out of 20 million people, you have 18,000 people who are fighting. Now, to be fair, we don't have a number on a reserve. This is not good. 0% reserve is not good. Paramilitary, 2,000. These numbers are not good, people. So these are the people. This is who's going to help Niger, Africa, is a military that's almost non-existent. Somebody said the CCP is weak. I agree. Now, again, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Their internal laws say they might have a call to action and bring conscripts. 20 million people. This number right here, 18,000, can turn to 50,000, 100,000 real quick. We've seen what these countries can do. Also consider they are highly influenced with how Russia activates their military and how they operate. So again, we are not proponents for war here. I don't think it's good. They do have air power, though. They got 39 total aircraft here. They have 1 for special missions. I don't know what that is. Attack, 6 of them. Attack types. They have 12 helicopters. This is what we're working with here. Now, okay, so as you can see, there's not a lot going on over here, people. Again, allegedly, apparently about $200 million was paid to Wagner to help with the defense of Mali. But in this case, this is going to be an odd thing to pull your military strength to go help the country of Niger when Wagner is not really around anymore. I think that's a big aspect to all of this. Even more scary is Burkina Faso, who does not have Wagner fighters in their ranks, but they are highly connected to Russia. 121 out of 145 is Burkina Faso's military ranking. Mali was 110, Burkina 121. I am so curious to see what this manpower is about to be. So we got 21 million. Mali was 20. Active personnel is 12,000, which is 1,000 more than Mali. Reserve personnel, 4,500. Paramilitary 250. I'm assuming paramilitary means like their version of special forces, if I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. Again, these are small militaries, but they understand their military is willing to fight for a cause. And with these charts, you don't see that. These charts don't show you how much of this military actually has combat experience. A lot of these personnel have combat experience or have been in situations where they're deployed, where they're ready to fight. Unlike a lot of countries at the top there in these stupid charts. Let's check out the air power real quick. We got 20 in the total aircraft. 3 attack types, 10 helicopters, 2 transports, 1 special mission, and 4 training aircrafts. Sorry, 2 attack helicopters. Okay, so these militaries are virtually nothingness. But we are forgetting, too, that Niger, Africa is prepared and already has a ton of people ready to fight. And that is not a good thing. Because then it starts to turn into like a counter-insurgency, which is not good. Also not good, you actually have militant groups in Niger fighting other militant groups. So it's a whole mess. Again, we are not proponents of conflict here. I do wish everything does settle down and nothing happens. But the evidence shows that it's about to go down, considering you're kicking out the U.S. ambassador, because we don't want an entire conflict here. Kick the U.S. out, kick the French out. I'm sure the Italians are probably going to get kicked out. So, yeah. Okay. I will be posting this live stream. If you're just watching this, we did this live. And as more info comes, we will obviously be covering this story, as I always have been for a long time now. Thank you all for being here. Much love. And if you comment on the posted video, it helps out a lot. So make sure you guys comment on the posted video. Go interact with it. I like to read your comments, respond to them. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for being here. Much love, and thank you.